this week on the show, we got a dog that is losing his mind. We're going to talk about Sinners, and we got a guest in the house. But yeah, this is going to be fun. So y'all stay right there. We'll be right back. Hey, what's happening, everybody? I am Ant Pruitt. This is Everyday People Doing Everyday Shit on whatever podcast app you enjoy and streaming live on YouTube. Thank y'all for being here each and every week. I know it's not Wednesday, it's actually Thursday, but couldn't record yesterday because, you know, somebody over here has a busy schedule and it ain't me. So couldn't get on these mics last night.
Not this time, but this shit happens. Don't act like you don't have a busy schedule. So.
That be Phoebe Pruitt, also known as Queen Pruitt over there, just barging in on these here mics. How you be over there?
I see a hair out of place.
Okay, so she's fine. Also hanging out with us on the mics this time is our esteemed guest and extended family member and friend of mine, the one and only John Helm up in the house.
How y'all doing?
What's up, brother? How
It's
you
good
be?
to see you guys in person this time.
Likewise.
Yeah,
for real,
it's
man.
been way too long.
Is it different? Are we different in person?
Funnier, actually.
Funnier?
Funny.
Yeah, it's
think
better
so?
to be here live and see what happens beforehand. Yeah. Good stuff. I wish there was a behind the scenes camera here. We could sell it on Patreon, I'm sure.
No comment, sir. No comment.
Oh, well, that must be because what y'all did before I got back here.
No, we were fine.
That
we
was
had a
just
good time.
chilling, talking.
We had a good time.
Yeah.
Just talking some shit one another. You know, me and John go back for a long time back there in Carolina.
Yep.
As I sip my beer. Folks, if this is your first time catching the show, again, thank you. Welcome being here. What we like to do is just talk about everyday shit because that's what we are. We're everyday people. So be it stuff about finding work, be it stuff about things that happen at work, cultural topics that pop up of interest, because there's always something controversial out there. But, you know, again, it's just regular everyday conversation that if she and I were sitting on the couch, we would have these same conversations, but we now happen to put the mics in front of us and share these conversations.
We literally wait to talk.
Sometimes.
Just one time a week.
Sometimes. Yeah.
It's like we'll keep everything quiet, like, we're going to talk about that later.
Yeah, keep that topic for later. I understand.
We try. Yeah. We do try.
He does.
And everybody that's hanging out in the YouTube live, I see Cinder Fractal has popped in with a pre-show $5 super chat. Thank you so much for that. I mean, yeah, there it is. Well, it was showing up on the screen. There it is. Now it's showing on the screen. Thank you so much for that super chat, Cinder Fractal. Appreciate you being here. You're not going to be able to hear the applause on the
But at least here I can say choo choo without being on the chat and say get on the train.
Yeah.
Choo choo.
You can now.
Yes.
But thank y'all for that. So anyway, let's dive into the guest of honor here, Mr. John, sitting over there. So me and you met. Yeah, see the applause just now went off.
You keep it going the whole time. That's good.
You and I, we go way back. I met you dealing with. I was a big advocate for photography and smartphone photography in particular.
Yes,
and I did my best to try to spread that word over there in Charlotte, whether people were watching or not, and I enjoyed my time with it, even if it was alone by myself. And every now and then people would pop up into messages and it's like, hey, we're in so-and-so. Are you going to be around to shoot? And if we could, we would. In one of those instances, you were one of those guys. I was doing a photo walk in downtown G Vegas, also known as Gastonia.
Gas House.
North Kakalaki.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's G Vegas. You didn't know that?
Nope.
Why you didn't know that? You've been there all your life.
I never heard it called G Vegas.
Yeah, it's called Gas House?
Yes.
Yeah, Gas House too.
Yeah.
Well, we did a photo walk there, and I remember it being freaking scorching hot, but it was still a lot of fun to just walk around with the cameras and just
and you
the
picked out a
nature of
good one.
that.
You had that old hotel.
Is that hotel still there?
That hotel was still there. They redid it. And I know you did a big photo thing on that. You worked on that a lot online and stuff like that. So, that's still there.
Damn.
Yeah.
I need to see some of this stuff, man. It's been some years. It's been 6 years now since we've been back.
Yeah.
And been over here. But tell everybody that's listening a little bit about yourself that you care to share, Yeah,
back in Charlotte, I'm interested to do a lot of photography stuff. I've done sports stuff. I've done landscape stuff. Recently, I just did a friend of mine, his son does soccer, and went out there and took some photos of him doing soccer, stuff like that. So when I have the time to get out and do it, I love to do it. It's been hard to do it lately, but I'm trying to be a little bit more disciplined by getting out there and just walking the streets, doing street photography too. I mean, it's just it's fun.
And that's the thing with street photography; it's right there.
Yeah.
Just go outside and go. It's such a low barrier to entry, and a lot of people, they will not take advantage of that. And people will be like, "Well, I'm interested in photography. What camera should I get?" And I hate that question, but then I also ask them, "What are they shooting?" And they tend to say, "Well, I don't know. I just want to get started." And I'm like, "Well."
I always tell
you could at
people
least be shooting outside with your phone, shooting something.
Whatever phone you have is the best phone you have at the time. And just, you learn by just shooting.
Yeah.
Don't be overthinking it too much.
Yeah.
You'll find composition as time comes. Just shoot.
Yeah. That's the thing. Just go shoot.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you being here, man, and making that long flight all the way across this here country of ours and hanging out with us here in Sonoma County. Queen Pruitt, you've been ripping and running this here morning. What's been going on with you?
Today's
Thursday. I love the dramatic pause.
I was going to play some music. But.
I have to think about it. Today's Thursday, so I have 2 classes today. So I went to class, came home. I'm not going to let that class, it's costume design. It's not going to worry me. So I just okay, well, we're doing this. And whenever I have on the 22nd to turn in, then that's what I have to turn in.
But that's what I was going to ask. It's not like you got much time left in this. This is May the 8th as of the time recording this. And you're saying you got how long?
My final is the 22nd at 7 a.m. But, there's things that I was really stressed out about because that said Bible that we have to have ready by then. This costume, all those, everything. I don't have it all. And I was really stressed out about it until I was like, what is the worst that could happen? You really worried about a class at the junior college that you're not even going into. I'm going to school to do all of this shit that he is out here doing and getting, work for.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Hasn't gone to school at all.
What did I do?
He's getting on the job training.
He's just a beautiful black man in the supermarket. That's all I got to tell you.
Whatever.
It's hard.
But that must be what it is.
Why? I'm just sitting over here. Why are you throwing stones at me?
I'm not throwing stones.
It's compliments.
I think that you are paving the way for me. You remember that when I said it before that I have to have you right there so that I can get where I'm going. I feel like I have to be attached.
We have seen a science to that.
Yes.
That's real talk. And I'm not trying to be funny or belittling, but as you have grown has been a little bit of a result of growth that I have had. Mm-hmm. And we've been together how many years now?
We just celebrated an anniversary. 24.
Last week?
24 years.
No.
It was recent. I'll say that because that is a security question.
Yeah.
So, but there seems to be some sort of a science to that. As I grow, you grow. And I like to say it along the lines of as I grow, we all grow. It seems like it's been that way. And I'm okay with that.
As I grow, you grow too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's been more so on the other way. The other way around.
That's what you can tell yourself.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. No.
I think you have seen, even just down to how my whole life is different from yours. That was a whole lot of learning. Like, there are crazy people out there that really are.
Oh, that's where you're
There we
going.
go. I knew there was an entrance here somewhere.
That's where we're going.
Yeah, there is the whole thing out here, you know. But it's all right though, because I got to love this person first before I realized she's crazy.
Yeah, do you attract crazy? Is that?
I don't know. He was the first one, so I just put my fangs in, like not first one, but because but just attraction, like that said, okay, I'm interested in you. What? Okay, go ahead, lock that down.
Well, damn. Wow.
He's smart.
He's smart. Lock him up. Wow.
Yeah,
That's great.
That's how that went, huh?
gotta have brain somewhere. I had the beauty on lockdown. I just need
wow.
brain.
Jeez.
Yeah.
How come I'm just learning this today? So that was the story the whole time.
We're being honest. We had to give critiques at school, so I guess I'm just in the mood
of brutal honesty now.
Yeah, maybe. Whatever, man.
No, that's fine. No, I do agree that, again, wherever I've been able to grow professionally, it has had some sort of an effect on you and the boys. Mm-hmm. And I'm fine with that. If that's the formula, let's do it. Mm-hmm. And even down to, like, I play in poker tournaments and stuff like that. And I've always said, when I win, we all win. Mm-hmm. And people that I used to work with would be like, she don't mind you going out playing cards? And I'd be like, no, because I win. Because I win. And
that's
if I win,
yeah,
when I win, we all win.
Yeah.
So.
And I know you won't go if you're not supposed to go.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's not like an addict, or I do enjoy playing, but I'm not hooked on it or anything like that, and I'm not going to be stupid about it. Yeah. Anything, it's if I feel good about the competition, as in I got them, I'm going.
Yeah.
Not an all the time thing, but and thank you, Cinder Fractal in the chat says, happy anniversary. Thank you very, very much. We really do appreciate that. It's been 24 years. Is that right?
Yes.
24. I knew how long it was, y'all, just before y'all start messaging me and giving me shit. I knew.
We need some ideas on where to go for 25. Yeah, we were thinking about San Diego, right?
Yeah.
That's the last thought.
Yeah.
So
I'm still sort of locked in on that myself.
So what's in San Diego?
It's just
so
somewhere we haven't been.
I hope it's a warmer beach too.
Well, the beaches in Southern California are warmer until nighttime. It gets cold.
Yeah, but this one up here, this one is cold.
Yeah, he was telling me that earlier. He's like, the beach is like 30 minutes away from you guys.
Yeah.
Cold.
Yeah.
But the whole temperature changes. You can feel it in the car when it changes when you get to the...
That's true. That's true.
You can literally feel the change.
That's true. Last year, when we have our 100-degree spikes or whatever, you literally just drive half an hour and you feel your car cooling off. Just it's that drastic a difference.
You got to make.
I only wish
to the coast, man.
Carolina that happened.
Yeah. No. You just sit out there all day.
Yeah.
You like that?
I would cut humidity at the Carolinas.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And I don't know, John, maybe I'll take you out to the beach while you're here, let you see it. Because me and Biscuit, we ride out there every now and then, and I literally just go out there to sit.
I got the camera and I got the drone, so whatever.
Probably can't have the drone, but camera is not a problem. Well, I could find a spot where a drone is okay.
I don't need to fly it.
It's pretty.
I don't want to get.
And actually, I don't recommend flying it at that beach because the wind.
I wouldn't either. Everywhere.
Sometimes that wind gets crazy out there.
It's rated for 40 miles an hour, so.
All right, famous last words.
Where'd the drone go?
Famous last words. I think it was last year or year before last. I had the pleasure of being invited by Mike McHugh. He's the CEO of an app called Flipboard, flipboard.com.
Oh, yeah.
I had the pleasure of being invited out to hang out at the Bay, Golden Gate Bridge, with him and his family on his boat. And Jefferson Graham, another great photographer, world-renowned photographer, he was out there with this drone. Yeah, that didn't go very well.
I can assume in the Bay it's not going to be good. Yeah,
No.
Didn't go very well. You know, this drone is rated for this wind and that wind. Yeah,
Not this wind.
when the
Out
shit
here-
hits the shit, that's
out here, it's not good. All this wind, and you never know. It's just all of a sudden, oh, it's windy right now.
yeah.
And it didn't come from
Yeah,
nowhere.
and
You
it
know what I mean?
cuts. It cuts. Gets
Yeah.
cold, man. Dude.
I can only imagine the wintertime.
Well, no, that's the thing. That the winter isn't very
It's
cold.
not- okay, it's a mild winter then.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not very cold. It's just it starts to rain more.
And all
Okay.
four
Anything.
seasons happen in a day out here.
Literally,
Ugh.
literally.
All of them. You feel all of them in
I
one
was
day.
I was just telling him today, the low is what 49 tonight or something. And it's
Yeah.
79 right now.
And then it'll be 80 tomorrow
But then they're going to be there probably down to 40 tonight.
again.
Yeah.
Again. Well, that's the character of this here place, though. Folks, thanks for hanging out. This is Everyday People doing everyday shit on whatever podcast app you use and enjoy, and streaming live on YouTube. If you're in YouTube right now, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up and like button or whatever the hell it's called. And also make sure you're subscribed to the show as well. We're going to pause for one quick second for a commercial break because that does help bring in a few cents of revenue. And I'd appreciate it if y'all stay right there until we get back. And we're back. Everyday People doing everyday shit. I'm Aunt Pruitt, hanging out here with our esteemed guest, Mr. John Helm, and also hanging out with our wonderful partner in crime, Queen Pruitt, sitting over there. Thank y'all for being here. If you haven't joined the extended family and the Patreon community, please feel free to join for free. Go to patreon.com/Aunt Pruitt and sign up for free, or sign up for one of the paid tiers if you want to as well. Have a lot of fun in there. Just chatting about everyday stuff that I don't necessarily talk about on the social media platforms, be it some of the behind the scenes stuff from a photo shoot that I've been on, or other weird experiences like AI going really, really weird. Man, we had a time with AI the other day in there in some of the pictures that were being generated just based on, okay, well, let me say this. I gotta get this off my chest because I put in there, show a black man with his head nodded.
Now, which AI are you using?
Well, this was with Firefly.
Firefly, okay, from the Adobe.
Okay, so part of the prompt, I don't remember the full prompt, but part of the prompt was black man standing there with his head bowed, because I wanted to generate an image that basically looked like a man showing gratitude. What I noticed that every time that I said a black man, the dude was immediately bald. No, I said a bald black man. He was bald, but he always had a beard. And then most of the time, the bald wasn't necessarily bald. It was just buzzed really low.
Real short.
Really short hair. It wasn't like this bald.
You don't have to smack your head.
You smacked your head so I could hear that on the mic. That was great.
Well, that's the thing. For the folks that don't watch the video, they need to figure out what I mean by a bald ass head.
Yeah.
This is a bald ass head here. But we were playing around with that, and I was curious, okay, with everybody else in the Patreon community that has AI tools, what happens when you put this prompt in? And everything that they put in was pretty much giving the same results. It was a black dude that was quote unquote bald, and he always had a beard. It was never clean shaven. There was never a goatee. It was always full beard. And then Joe Esposito, who's not in here right now at the time, thinking about your brother, he put his stuff in and just went berserk with weird, with some weird stuff, but that's just who he is. And we'll be seeing Joe on Saturday this weekend. I'm looking forward to that. But anyway, that's the stuff that happens in the Patreon community. Again, it's just fun chatter that you don't necessarily get on social media with us. Patreon.com/Aunt Pruitt. You can join for free if you want. Now, in the middle of the break, we were having a discussion about, 25-year anniversary trip and potentially looking at San Diego. And then she's like, well, we need to make sure everybody's wearing white. I said, no, have them wear blue. Someone over there that's puffing says There's like, no, it
And
can't.
he don't even have to call me out like that. It's the whole point in doing it while he talking.
Because you couldn't wait. That is why we take a break. You ain't figured that out yet. You take the break, dude, to smoke them while you got them.
I will say I did hear the through the headphones.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, John is really seeing what goes on behind the scenes.
It's good stuff.
And
It is
made
really
me
good
laugh
stuff.
a little bit. Because normally it's that way. I'm normally like,
Yeah, you blew right into his
Yeah.
face.
this time I did it. This time I did it.
I felt like I was over here being a biscuit with my nose in here, like.
Oh my gosh.
No, it was pretty interesting. That was funny. But
Anyway,
I
I said have him wear blue, and I'm like, why? You were totally against it, but why are you against
Dark
people
blue.
wearing? Yeah, what's wrong with dark
navy
blue?
Sorry.
I
What's
don't
wrong?
like I don't like it. It doesn't look good on me. I might as well just wear black. If you're gonna wear navy blue,
Does
just
black
wear-
look good on you?
Yes,
Then why wouldn't navy blue if they're that close?
because black is better. Navy blue is
Okay,
just,
black is better, but again, why not
I
navy
don't know
blue?
what it is about navy blue. It just doesn't look right on me.
I disagree because your complexion.
I don't even have any, so how do you know?
No, I know your complexion, and your complexion would look good with navy blue.
Because it would just look black.
There's that component of it too, but there's that component of it, but
So
it's
just
still.
wear black.
No, I don't want to wear
You
black.
can't
That's not a
wear-
funeral.
You wear navy blue, you have to. You can definitely see because you can't wear black with it. It looks ridiculous.
No, I know.
And then you have to wear some brown or brown.
It's almost too corporate. Is that what you're saying?
That's probably why I like navy blue is because it's
Maybe.
safe. That color. I've liked navy blue since
But you came
like that.
But your mom's like blue too.
And again, my mom has for all my life has been a very corporate type person.
So it's been in you. It's been bred in you.
And don't get me wrong, y'all know I love my orange. You know how I feel
Yeah.
about my orange. I love orange, but whenever someone asks me about what color should I make, yada yada yada.
I already know. That's
No
why I
purple.
don't ask you anymore.
Yeah, stop asking me then.
I don't ask you anymore.
What about purple? No purple.
I like purple too,
Okay.
but that's still not necessarily my color.
Okay.
That's other folks like that. She definitely loves, considering there's a light behind her that's purple.
That's my color. I love green and
I like
purple.
purple too.
Green and purple are my favorite colors. Purple and green. My Jeep was purple. I'm gonna go and get me another Jeep.
I'm not totally
missing
against
it
purple.
so much. I'm just missing it way too much for it to still be gone or to not have one.
So this is the portion where we go from wearing navy blue to talking about a Jeep, just for folks that's trying to keep score. So
We was trying
what
to
is
talk
this?
about
What is this
something
about a
else.
Jeep? Just
Doors off.
random.
Never happened. It never happened. We
Oh
could
my
have done
God.
it, but we never did it.
Well,
I
it's
just
a
want a
pain in the
sunroof.
butt. Cinder Fractal, I swear I love her. She says, I thought the Jeep was too noisy on the highway. Yes, it is. It's freaking loud.
Yeah.
It
True.
is so loud to ride in.
It got worse there at the end.
All the air sealing
But I
was
just
going
like
away.
where it sits in the size of it. Get me another car that's shaped
You like
like
to sit
that.
up high.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's all it
because
is.
I can't see real good,
Yeah.
Boy, we know that.
and I see much better up high. And I don't feel like
I'm
I'm
trying
gonna
to figure
get
that
run
out, but
over.
okay.
I feel like you know how like Anthony size people, they normally are okay being in a sedan.
No. I'm not
Most-
put Anthony in a sedan?
Most people
Yeah.
my size tend to like the SUVs and
Yeah.
trucks. Just so you know, I'm the
not
only
all-
weirdo that sort of likes the sedans and stuff
No,
like that. Like,
you're
I
not.
love my car.
But you like a large sedan.
I like a large sedan too, but it's not uncommon for
Not a
people my
Camry.
size. No, don't give me no Camry.
Yeah.
No.
No, not like that. But I feel like I'm going to get run over in a sedan. Like, People don't see me.
I like sitting up high.
I don't feel like people see me. And maybe it was because of the Sonata that I had. And I couldn't get out of the way. And they were, if I didn't know where I was going, and I'm pushing down the gas.
All 4 cylinders.
It was a hybrid. It was
the
a
hamster
hybrid.
was running.
And I'm just pushing down the gas, and it's just waiting. It's like, I'm going to go when I get ready. I'm not going any faster.
Yeah, dude, quit
sooner.
trying.
And it's just like,
Quit trying way too hard.
I'm done. So maybe that's what it was, because people would just be riding like they were getting ready to ride over me when I got lost in these hills up here.
But then I could also play devil's advocate and say, take a situation like that, and just own it. So what? People are lined up behind me because I can't go up this hill fast.
I don't
so what?
Chugging along
you
like that.
You gonna wait? You gonna wait, or you can pass when it's legal to pass. That's,
I don't want to be there.
Right now, I'm owning the road, so this is it, and I'm not driving unsafe.
Yeah, that's you.
That's clearly
I don't
me.
want to be.
That's clearly me.
Chugging along.
It is all attitude. Because I've been in that scenario where my car was breaking down or something, and I'm not able to get to a safe spot. So it's just slowly going along until I can get into the safe spot. And people, they can blow their horn and yell and all of that, but damn it, you're still gonna wait till I get to a safe spot. So whatever, dude. Own it.
Gotcha.
Anyway.
So it went from I don't see well to I don't want to be behind.
You see this ADD?
I kind of changed a little bit.
Yeah.
You see this ADD?
I can't see well, so I got to sit up high and don't want to be behind people.
Yeah, all of that. All of it. There's so many reasons.
Oh God!
I'll give you that.
Look here, I got something I want to talk about. I want to take one more. Well, probably a couple more breaks, but I'm going to pause for a quick break because there's something I do want to discuss, and it's based on some feedback from the previous episode. So stay right there. This is Everyday People Doing Everyday Shit on whatever podcast app you use. Please make sure you hit the rating button if you're listening on a podcast app. We appreciate that. Stay right there. We'll be right back after this. Smoke them if you got them. And we're back. Everyday People Doing Everyday Shit, man. Yeah, if you're in the Patreon, don't be alarmed by what you see in the Patreon only feed, man. Good googly moogly. Thank y'all for being here. I'm Aunt Pruitt. She's Phoebe Pruitt. And that's John Helm hanging out over there. I wanted to chat with you if you're okay over there. You okay? You good?
I am John
you
over
good?
here.
Let me get you to move your mic to you, though.
It's John. It's John.
It's my fault. Although I'm not the one.
You really didn't do nothing, cuz you just.
He's calling me out. He's just acknowledging.
That's what I'm saying. He acknowledged what he saw
and heard. I didn't know he could hear it. I thought I was being very low.
Oh,
discreet. You want? Is that the word you're looking for? Discreet. You're looking for that vocabulary word?
Hello. That doesn't even sound right now that I heard the real one.
Change the cough button to a puff cough button.
I'm like, why are you just now getting to the cough button after the fact? Bless your heart. Anyway, thank y'all for being here and being a part of our community.
Did you say the episode number? Send a fractals.
Yeah, we're episode 79. Episode 79, Send a Fractal. Thank you for the kind reminder. I wanted to touch on some feedback from last week where we talked about all of the hate that Ryan Coogler was initially getting, and of course the damn dog has to have his attention. You
he
done?
Didn't eat, did he?
Yeah, I fed him.
Oh, okay. Something going on.
Jesus Christ.
He never does this. Where's this coming from?
The damn dog just has to have attention.
He said, I'm here.
Hey,
y'all
Biscuit,
y'all didn't put the camera on me this time.
No, I saw his camera.
Biscuit, can I please talk about a segment from last week? Are you cool with that over there? Jeez. Anyway, we talked about the hate that Sinners initially got from the press last week. And so I put that clip out and people were responding to it. Thank you for watching that. And I remember one of the responders in there was saying, you know what? Going to see it once is not enough. We need to go and see it multiple times and support this event and so forth. And I was like, yeah, if people can afford to do it, why not go do that? And they were also saying that, what was it? The Titanic, how it just got so many tickets sold that it equated to being people going to see it like 4 or 5 times. You know, it was just that popular over a stretch, you know. And I'm not going to say I'm going to do that because I don't like the theater, but that's another story. I will definitely watch it on the streaming platforms, you know, to support it that way.
We can buy it at home still because
right.
I want to be able to hear the words enunciated. I needed the words at the bottom of the screen, and I said it in
also
the movie
known
theater.
also known as the subtitles.
Yes,
is what you need.
Well, we were. Even while we were in there, that's one of the first things I said to him because I'm like, I can hear it. I can hear it very loudly, but I could not understand some of the stuff, especially the songs. I couldn't understand what was being said, and that drove me nuts.
The conversations are always a little bit lower.
Well, so for those
our theater.
So for those that don't know, we did go see the movie finally, as we had planned on seeing it. And first thing I'll say is this was a really good movie. Unfortunately, it suffered from the limitations of said theater here in Santa Rosa. There's a couple different theaters here. I apparently picked the wrong one, I guess. I think it's called the Roxy here in downtown. Pretty cool looking. It's old. You know, got this whole nostalgia thing going about it. But the speaker system in there was not up to snuff. I don't have a problem with the image quality. The image quality was fine for that type of screen. I didn't expect much, but it looked fine. Colors looked great. But I remember watching the pre-roll trailers and ads and stuff and sitting there just sort of eating the popcorn and scrolling through the phone, waiting on the movie and thinking, where's the remote? I need to turn this shit down, you know, because it was so loud, but it wasn't that it was loud. It was bad quality sound. And
was it bad quality? Was it mixed bad?
It was poorly. No, it's bad quality because I'm sure the mix that was sent to said theater was in standard. I'm sure of that. But something was going on with it's primarily their center channel. The surround was crystal clear. You know, there are certain scenes in the movie where you get to hear the birds singing and stuff like that, and you feel immersed in the scene.
Yeah.
But the main center channel where the dialogue is coming out,
that one.
It was like talking through mud like this, man. It was so.
It was that
maybe blown out. You know.
It was possibly.
Yeah.
But I'm like, damn, where does the technician? Who's testing this stuff? And we had to watch that movie, and we could hear it. But it could have been better. And the whole time I'm sitting there thinking, my old school 5.1 system in there is blowing this away. It's so clear. And that thing is 20 years old, but it is freaking clear.
Yeah.
You know?
I struggled really. And it made me upset because I wanted to see and hear everything that was being said. I wanted to hear it because I know it had meaning pretty serious. That's why I said I feel like I missed something.
Yeah.
I feel like it was still some stuff out there that I didn't get to see or hear. And I need to see it again.
Outside of that, I enjoyed that movie. I enjoyed it. It was very well done from the cinematography of it. The script was fine, and been watching some other like little mini doc series or what have you, features about Ryan Coogler here recently, and they have just been fascinating. Did y'all know that he called it grilled cheese? The initial project was called Grilled Cheese. And his reasoning behind that was, I got this movie idea and I want to get it out and get it done, but I wanted it to be something that's just like a grilled cheese sandwich. Because a grilled cheese is just 2 pieces of bread and some cheese, and you throw it in the pan, and it's like the best. But it was so simple to put it together. And I'm like, that is the perfect analogy, because there's not a whole lot of depth to the story, but it's enough depth to the dialogue and to the plot of the story and whatnot. And at the end of it, I was like, okay, this is the grilled cheese sandwich, because it was still damn good, and I would go and make another grilled cheese sandwich.
Now that we're all hungry.
Thinking about grilled cheese sandwich.
But man, it was so well done. And then I heard that he also wrote it in like 2 months.
Wow.
Like 2 months. He was speaking to some of his director friends or whatnot, or network, and telling them about the idea. And the one director said that he told him, that we were at this party and Halloween, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, I got this idea, and I think I can get this out by December. And so the director guy was like, oh yeah, okay, so a year from now, a year and 2 months. That's pushing it, but I think you can do it too. And he said, dude had the first drafts right there.
Wow.
In 2 months. And they were ready to go. That's
quick.
That's crazy. Yeah. Crazy. But it was absolutely beautiful. I toyed with the idea of going to see it in Oakland on the 70 millimeter screen that they have in that theater, because there was only like maybe 6 in the country that were showing it, and Oakland has one of those theaters. And this is an old theater, but supposedly it's freaking beautiful. Maybe I go see it again there. I don't know. Just because I like that kind of stuff, tech wise. But that movie, man, I see why it got all the credit it got.
Yeah.
Eventually.
And it's still getting. Still.
You have to go see it. We talked about it last week.
Yeah.
On the podcast. So.
Yeah.
It's still getting people, like the kids in the class. I'm going to see it Thursday. We're going Saturday. We can't wait. I mean, that's how it's going down in class, and people are talking about it still. So, and this is younger.
Yeah, that's the thing. Even the younger generation is into this stuff, man.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to spoil it.
It's pretty interesting, yeah.
I'm not going to spoil it, but there's a part in there that made me laugh. And this is based on some commentary from our Patreon community. And yes, Miss Tanya, I'm going to call you out. But she went to see it, and I'm going to pull it up on the screen. I'll pull it up on my screen and just read it here. Damn it, where does the mouse keep going?
It's over here.
There it is. Now I got my mouse. It's on the wrong damn screen. But she went to see it here recently, and I love Tanya. She's always up on everything. She doesn't miss anything. And is that it? Nope. Dang it. Well, I can't find it. Anyway, what she was saying was Michael B. Jordan playing those multiple parts in there, right? She's like, I went in there and I saw it and then noticed that this brother was here and that brother was there. And then I realized that, wait a minute, that's Michael B. Jordan playing both parts. And she said, I felt like the biggest racist because I didn't know it was two. She said, she was like, I felt like the biggest racist because I didn't know that there's two. This white guy.
Oh.
And I laughed at her. I said, it's funny because I know you're not racist.
Right.
Bless.
But he did a good job.
He
in
did.
That. And you were talking about some of the aspects of theater, the theater elements that you noticed in that. You care
instantly
to
because
discuss?
we in our theater 2 class, we have been talking about Romeo and Juliet. So all of them, the old ones, and even there, it started off with red and blue,
Mm-hmm.
and different sides of the world, good or bad, evil or not evil.
Right.
But it's always the red and blue aspect, and it was these costumes stood out. They were beautiful, and I loved looking at the costumes in a way different eyes. Being in this costuming class, it just even more puts that nail in the coffin. Like, nope, I don't want no parts of costuming. I don't want no parts
the attention
of
to
costume.
detail that they have to have. Yeah.
Yes. All of the research that they had to go through. And I know the kind of research that they had to go through, and all of those things in different time. It's a different time, but at least that's 1936. It's not 1885. The stuff that I'm having to do. So
it's funny hearing you geek out about it though, because now you're in.
She's in it now, right?
She's in it, right?
She's in it, so and she's totally turned into a geek. Yeah,
yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
it is. But seeing that right off, I was like, look at this red and blue already, and then it was so evident, and it was like, well, one of these gonna be bad.
Yep. You knew it right out the gate.
We already know which one gonna be bad because they keep that going across the board, and it's everywhere. I just learned too recently with watching The Good Fight. It's a TV show that's sort of old that I didn't even know was out there, and I really like it a lot.
That's because you watch mostly Modern Family reruns, but that's why.
Anyway, I still watch Modern Family reruns, but I'm still watching this.
Damn, man.
Yes, it's a cool show, but I just learned that there's donkeys and elephants.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna move on past that.
I'm trying to catch up. We talking about the politics?
Yes.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I was trying to move past it, but
sorry.
Thanks for bringing it up, John.
Did not know.
I'm a little slow over here. I got second high. So.
Yeah.
I believe you knew.
Contacts over here. It's a happy home here.
It is definitely a happy home. There was this article on the New Yorker, and I just want to read a snippet from it. This is from Jelani Cobb, and it's talking about Sinners. And just bear with me because I think this is really well written, and I'm only just going to read a part of it. Part of it says, at the moment when theaters were awash in franchises and sequels, Sinners represents something increasingly unusual. A big budget studio movie with a completely novel storyline. This is no reboot, no rework. This is straight from the dome, original shit. Okay. A significant commitment for any director's vision, but one that is even more rare for Black directors. Coogler's work has consistently explored themes of race, but from the vantage points that are not easily anticipated. Sinners represents a departure for him and, to an equal extent, a creative risk. It grapples simultaneously with ideas about music, race, family, religion, and vampires. The idea for Sinners, which took place in 1932 in Jim Crow era Mississippi, came to Coogler one day as he was washing dishes listening to Wang Dong Doodle, a classic of upbeat blues about juke joint parties. Coogler put down the dish rag and began framing an idea for the story rooted in centrality of music to the Black experience. It's strong. So that
let's just face it, he's a talented guy.
He is.
He really is.
He is.
Yeah.
Former ball player too.
Yeah.
People don't get that. I like that. Former footballer. Good stuff. But if you haven't seen Sinners, I highly recommend y'all check it out. Our dear friend Liana, she watched our highlight clip of it and gave me grief as usual because she's a cinephile. And
a what?
Cinephile. Cinema.
Mm-hmm.
Cinephile. Loves the movies. Loves cinema. Okay. Cinephile.
Oh.
Ding. I should have hit the bell. But yeah, she was giving me grief, and she's always giving me grief about not going to the theaters, because she shoots stuff and she's all about that big picture, I went to see Top Gun in the theater only because she said so.
The new one? The Maverick?
That Maverick one, yeah.
That was good.
Only because she said so, because I was totally going to wait on it to be, on my damn couch. You know,
You went to the movies?
I went to see it only because she said so, and I'm glad I did because it was unbelievable when you see it on the big screen
And
Where did you go
hear
to
it.
see it?
and the sound.
Yeah.
I went to the former theater in Roanoke Park before they shut it down because they had the sound system for it and everything. Oh, it yeah. And I get it. So that's why part of me is like, oh, maybe I should still go to Oakland and check it out. Because it's just, yeah, it's a different level. You know, and some people don't appreciate that stuff. You know,
I do when I want to understand the words. It's
What
pretty
is that?
important to me when I need to. If they're not gonna have captions, I need the voice, the sound to be clear. If you're not gonna give me captions at the movies, I need the sound to be clear. So,
oh gosh, Cinefractal. Yeah, it's a cinephile. Cinephile. That's what we was talking about there. Cinephile. And I may have spelled it wrong there in the chat. This is everyday people doing everyday shit on all the podcast platforms out there, including Pocket Cast. Thank y'all for being here and rating and listening to the show each and every week. We appreciate that support. We'll pause one more quick time before we get up out of here. So y'all stay right there. We'll be right back after this. And we are back. Everyday people doing everyday shit.
He
Thank
just
y'all for
doing
being
it.
here. I ain't doing it.
he just saying that because he wanted to test to see if I do. But he is the one who really knows that I'm going to bed. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sleepy. I've been awake late. He had to tell me to go to bed last night.
I told you to go to bed last night because it was late in the evening and you had stuff to do in the morning. I did not. I was just going to keep playing Call of Duty, and I did.
There you go.
That's just so we clear here.
I was over there just going.
Oh, gosh.
Go to
Anyway,
bed, dear.
thank y'all for being here and tolerating our total randomness of chatter as we get on this show.
Every week.
Every daggum week. I put out another video, another highlight video, and there's a bit of a flashback for us on the show. And it was talking about Kool-Aid. Okay. You remember that discussion of how you clearly make Kool-Aid the wrong way? You do remember that, right? Just say yes. Thank you, John, for nodding.
I'm
over there.
nodding. I do
Yes.
remember that now.
Thank you for nodding.
Oh, I
Yes.
remember
He gets
it.
the cues. Thank you.
I do remember.
Somebody's a pro and somebody is Phoebe Pruitt. Anyway, said video. There was a funny comment on there, or was it to one of these messaging platforms? And I thought it was hilarious because I never thought about this. But the comment comes from Victor Hernandez, and it says, "Here's another. Trash bags should be used inside out. Seams are less likely to fail that way." And I'm like, ding. You can't hear it. Well, I didn't have it running through.
Okay.
Yeah, I just didn't have it running through. Then it's probably going to be late again. But anyway, I was like, damn, that's brilliant. I never thought about that.
I didn't know that.
Well,
Are we going to test it?
I'm thinking about testing it because I do open the bags and I do. There's the bell. It's so slow. That hard drive, maybe that hard drive is just dead.
See, now you see what
Now it
That
works.
little needle had to go find this platter.
Yeah. It's like, where's that file
Yeah.
there? But yeah, I saw that comment and it made me laugh because I was like, okay, that's pretty freaking brilliant. And now I'm curious because I do change the trash bags and I always notice little stuff like that, like the seams. And I used to rip our top seams accidentally, trying to put them on the trash can.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I've always said, like, damn, the seam is wrong. And, maybe it's inside out.
But, yeah.
So-
we'll try. I wonder why don't just make it like that
Why
then?
not? Well,
Or put
you
that in
I
the
think
can't.
it's,
Or
I
put
think
it
it's
in-
the way it's made in the roll.
okay, so, all right. You just said put it in
To
the instructions.
operate
Put it in the
trash
instructions.
cans.
So are you
Turn
saying
the-
you're going to read directions in a trash bag? Yes or no?
No, because universe.
Exactly. So we can move on
No,
from there.
because it has to be be a new universal thing to check the way to use a trash can bags now because this new thing is out.
It ain't new. It's not new.
It is new.
It's not a new
thing.
Nobody knew to turn their trash bags inside out.
I think I saw it on a video or something.
See, that's
really?
something
You think
new.
you might have seen it
no,
on-
it was actually probably Instagram or something.
Yeah,
I
one
saw
of them
it
TikTok
a long
things,
time
whatever.
ago, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds pretty new. That's not anything that you learned as a child.
I think it's
No.
new to the people who didn't know that's what they were supposed
We
to
didn't
do.
even have trash bags. We had garbage trash, the Walmart bags.
Yeah, we normally use Walmart bags
the
for
food
our
line
trash.
bags. Food line
Food
bags.
line
You
in the
hang it
house.
on the doorknob.
That's what I used to.
Yeah.
But I saw that and I was like, yeah, I'm probably going to try that soon. So shout out to you, Mr. Victor, or was it Victor that said it? No, he's probably not even listening to the show anyway. Thank y'all for being here this week. It's always fun to get on these mics, whether, our schedule shifts one way or another.
Thank
I'm
you,
glad
Cinder Fractal. I
for
appreciate
Cinder Fractor showing up here in the live chat. Thank you so much. She says, Happy Mother's Day in advance, Queen.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Are you a mother?
You ain't got to ask her that right now. That's private information.
Okay, well, happy
if
Mother's
she
Day
wants
to you too. I can say happy Mother's Day to you too because you've had one at some point. We've had one.
Somewhere, right. She says, not me.
Yeah, happy
There.
Mother's Day to all the mothers that might be listening.
Or,
There's that. See, again, he's clearly a pro over
He's
there.
a pro.
And been
I'm
doing
not.
this stuff over here. You've only been doing this for, 79 episodes? And oh, bless your heart.
Oh, you talking about Mother's Day? I was thinking about that. I've had a whole bunch of Mother's Days with...
No, that's not what I'm talking about. Jesus Christ. That's not what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
This is this dude. Why are you covering your face over there, dude?
Oh, to be a fly on the wall. This is good stuff. You can't write this any better.
Yeah, just like that, folks. That's what you get on this here show, man.
It was a large puff.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. We do this each and every week, be it the group here or be it a solo episode, because sometimes I have to record these by myself, and that's totally fine. Again, thank you for hitting the ratings options, like, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Again, feel free to join our Patreon extended family community, where we talk about my Japanese commercial or another commercial that I was just in with the NBA that totally got composited out. Yeah. Oh, okay. Before we go. So I shared the commercial in Patreon, and everybody in there has been seeing it on TV. And John even mentioned that he's seen it and been trying to see it.
I've been trying to stop and look for
You're
him.
trying to look for me. You can't. Remember, I said it's like they blurred us out.
Everybody was.
Okay, so not just that. I decided like last night to look at the commercial and started doing little freeze frames on it. Dude, they didn't just blur us out. They totally, what's called composite, took us out. Like if they were doing a green screen background replacement.
They just put color in.
They put like
color in the places where y'all were.
Can I do this on my screen here?
You can't see anything. I saw it. You can't see anything on there.
Hold on. I got this.
Might as well been cardboard cutouts.
It could have
The
been.
Japanese one is different.
It could have been.
I haven't seen that version.
I put it in Patreon because Malika was talking about it in Patreon the other day, and she's like, every time this commercial comes on, I keep looking for you. And
that's unfortunate.
And so I did my deep dive. Damn, where did that freaking thing go?
They take it off, put it back, take it off, put it back.
No, this is all me. I put a picture in the daggum thing. Oh.
Well, there's so many different chats in Patreon. You got to find the right one.
Because if I explain it, I'm in the right one.
Oh, okay.
But, that's all Joe Esposito stuff. So that doesn't work. Can I do a find? Command F, NBA? There we go. Boom. All right. So now I'll show my screen here on the display. Okay. Can y'all see my screen here? Mm-hmm. All right. So this scene right here, that's part of a stage. That stage moves in and out. And it was, like I said, it's brilliant how they shot this. But everything outside of this red line, total fake. That is an arena. We were not in an arena. All of this over here is where I was sitting. Like in this scene here, I was sitting like right about here where that is. But none of that is real. None of that's real. None of that's real. None of that's real up there. None of it's real over here.
And it makes you wonder, like, why?
And I scrolled through that, most of that commercial, and most of it, they did composites like that. Totally blanked out everything. And it's hilarious to me because we were told to act like, we're at the game. We got to show the energy. There's a couple times he would cut, said director would cut and be like, we need more energy from the background. Well, damn, we yelling at the top of our lungs and you're just going to green screen us out.
Oh, wow. Y'all were doing all of that. Oh, that was...
The positive is you got paid to do it, right?
I got paid. Yeah, I take the check, but it's hilarious when I go
they're
back.
probably clowning y'all too. These people out here yelling.
We yelling like crazy, man. And I'm like, damn, that ain't none of us up in there. None of the SAG people either.
Uh-huh.
None of us. That everything that was on that moving stage though, that's right. But where I drew on that picture,
Nothing.
And it's through that whole commercial is pretty much like that.
I know. I didn't see anybody but the NBA people.
Oh, God. And Jerry Rice.
Okay.
Dean Holm is in the house. Good to see you. I see you up in here. Says hello. And Aunt Pruitt and Queen just coming in from D.C. Long drive. Woo! Good to see you. We're finishing up. We talked about Sinners a little bit and went on a whole lot of different ADHD tangents just within minutes of each other, and somebody couldn't find their cough button, and then another guy decides to cover up his face, and it's been that kind of night, but it's all good.
I would expect nothing less.
Thank you for being here, my man. Thank you for popping in, even if it was late. All right, we're going to get out of here now. John, good to see you, brother.
Good to see you too.
Looking forward to.
Thank you for being here.
Yes.
Looking forward to hanging out with you over the weekend and while you're here tomorrow and so forth. Like this weekend, we got the junior college spring game football game to go to. We're going to go see Joe Esposito Saturday also, and then whatever else comes to our mind and whatever you feel like trying to do. Go to the city, go to the beach, what have you. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
So thanks for being here, my man. Appreciate your friendship and appreciate you being here. All right, everybody, y'all be good. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend about the show. Tell an enemy about the show just to piss them off too. And
I'll say this.
Go ahead.
Patreon. Just do $5 a month.
$5.
Just do $5 a month. I know you do free. I'm going to tell everybody it's on here. $5 is worth it.
I appreciate that.
Just
Thank
$5
you,
a month. I think people can do that.
I really do appreciate that.
Thank you, my man. For real.
Good content.
All right, everybody. See y'all next time. Do something good for yourself. Do something good for someone else. And know that it is okay to love you some you. Damn it. Real talk. Y'all, take it easy. Biscuit is going to see us on out.